everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Says Happiness. I'm Mary Ellen. This is where I share my love of sewing and what I've been getting up to in my sewing room with you. And yeah, it's Sunday again. I don't even know how that happened. It just seems to be that you blink and time has flown. And this week in particular, because I was working on Saturday, it's just a little bit all over the place. But as usual, I did have Friday off, and so I did get up to a little bit of sewing, which is always great. And what I tend to do on a Friday is have a couple of hours in the morning with Henry, and then he goes into nursery from about 10:30 for about 3 hours. I pick him up after lunch, and then we always do something as a family because Simon, my other half, he also finishes early on a Friday, so at 2 o'clock we all head out to do something. But that gives me this lovely little window of about 3 hours in which I can sew every week, and that is what I do, apart from the odd occasion where I just keep Henry and we do some fabric shopping or whatever like that, you know, something. It'll always be a little bit selfish because I do think that it's important, you know, as a working mom, as any kind of person at all, actually, any kind of entity, to carve out a little space for yourself. Self-care is incredibly important, and I do prioritize that for a few hours on a Friday. So let's share with you what I got up to then. Here we have one of the projects that I worked on. This was a project merely born out of curiosity. You'll see with the print and the colouring, it's kind of Valentine's oriented, but you'll also see just with the style of that dress, which isn't looking so great sitting on my mannequin. I'm going to have to try it on to see what it actually looks like. My mannequin's a bit wonky at the moment and I don't know what's happening, but just at the center she doesn't seem to be sitting nice and flush anymore, probably with putting things on and off all the time. But yeah, so it doesn't look ideal sitting there at the waistline. But this is the Kenon dress. So you'll know I've made two of these, and I've made them in beautiful floaty viscose fabrics, which is what I think the pattern intends. But I just wanted to see what it would translate as in something heavier than recommended, rayons, viscose, cotton lawns. And so I used a art gallery cotton fabric, and I think it's quite cute. It's definitely not suitable for this time of year. I use the fabric at this time of year merely because of the theme, but it's definitely more of a summer dress, I think you'll agree. And I quite like it. The only downside is that I will need to wear just a little slip underneath it, because with that elasticated waist there is this likelihood of bunching and gathering as it's being worn, and nobody wants that. So I may just have to wear a little light slip underneath. But yeah, I quite like the overall look. I have used the short puff sleeve, again thinking forward to summer, rather than the long bishop sleeve with the flounce. And I think it's really cute. It's almost too cute for my style personally. But I just really like that fabric, and I picked that up from Fleury's just before Christmas, which was silly kind of shopping at that time of year, but there you have it. So that's the Kenon dress, and I'm not going to labour too much on that point because I have already made two of those in the last couple of weeks and have shared my thoughts about them there. But just to say, it is an exclusive pattern to the Cashmerette Club. The club releases a pattern every month, and that was one that I had been trying to find time to make for quite a long time. And I'll also add, just before I depart from talking about the dresses, that I didn't even twirl the dress, that it fitted like a dream. So that's all I have to say about that. Cashmerette with their cup sizes do a hell of a lot of the work for you, which is fantastic. So because I'd made that before, that wasn't effortless sew. I mean, that literally took me about 45 minutes to stitch up. And most of the time was actually spent putting the elastic through at the waist, because that's just fiddly and frustrating. But it's done, and it will go in the wardrobe, and it will be a perfect summer staple. Now, because that didn't take very long, I made a couple of other things as well. So the first thing that I made then, off the back of finishing that project in like record time, was to sew over an Ava skirt. So if you're not aware of the Ava skirt, I'm going to pop a line drawing in here for you. It is a very straightforward, simple silhouette, lovely pattern. It's basically just an A-line skirt. it's got two hemline options. So you have the mini, which is what I love, or you have one that goes just below the knee, which I suppose is a more formal type look. Would also look great for, you know, a lovely brocade or a really, really fancy going out fabric as well. It's just a fantastic little pattern. I have made it before. I just forgot that I'd made it before, but I've made it in a beautiful silver and black brocade. I'm not sure if I have a picture of it, but if I do, I'll slot it in. And yeah, just it's a really classic piece that will go with a lot of things in the wardrobe. Now, mine might not, because being me, I didn't make it in a sensible fabric, like a nice black cord or denim or anything like that, although I will have to make a denim one. I made mine in a fancy, sparkly brocade fabric. Not surprised, are you? So it's this gorgeous purple and gold metallic fabric that I picked up as a remnant actually from Jenny Stitches. And this fabric is beautiful. I bought a few meters of the other colorway. There was a black colorway, which is much more muted in tone to this purple one. But yeah, I decided to sew up my little Eva skirt in this purple brocade fabric, because why not? It'll go with any kind of basic black pieces in my wardrobe. I don't really do purple, pinks, gold pieces, but I do have some nice black basics that I could wear with this. But I think one of the great things about this little pattern is that anybody with any sewing experience can make it. I do believe that this was a pattern that was part of the beginner stitch school classes at Sew Over It. So yeah, absolutely ideal for beginners. There is just a regular sip, so it's not even an invisible sip, and it's basic, yeah, really basic construction. So yeah, recommend it for anybody. 4 pattern pieces. I think that's all it is. Is it even 4? It's 3 pattern pieces. Yeah, 3 pattern pieces. So really, really straightforward. So satisfying though when you get something that looks, you know, beautifully fancy. And yeah, I'll be able to wear that a lot. It'll look nice with knitwear. Even my leather blazer I think would look really cute with that. Whoops, there goes a bobbin. Now, the next thing then that I made, again, I went for straightforward, simple, easy sews. So this is the Seamwork Astoria sweater. This is a pattern that I have made 2-3 times, and this has been made in a beautiful Ponte di Roma from Jenny Stitches in my signature type fabric, this kind of jumbo houndstooth. So I'm not sure how much you can tell from just looking at it here on the screen, but the Astoria sweater is a lovely cropped sweater which basically hits the waistline. And I think that for me works really, really well. It helps to flatter and give me some kind of silhouette. So yeah, I've made these. They're lovely for layering over dresses, but again, nice with a high-waisted skirt, trousers. Not that I wear trousers, but really perfect length for all of those things. But I just think, you know, you can't really beat a basic sweater in the wardrobe. But when I was making this, what I realized was I am going to have to make just a lovely basic black Eva skirt to wear with this, because I think that would be a perfect combo. Yeah, really, really nice. Nothing much to it. There's a neckband. There's not even cuffs. This has been finished off, as you can see hopefully on my cover stitch machine, so really nice and neat. And then I've used some ribbing on the waist just to give it that little bit more stability and structure. So that's what I got up to on Friday. Last night, once Henry got to sleep, I cut out another project, so when I do get the chance, probably next Friday, I have something ready to go. And I've done the really sensible thing of like stay stitching necklines and things if it's gonna sit for a week. So I have this lovely fabric here, just a viscose fabric. It's very, very fine, very light, but it's got these little doves with their olive branches, very symbolic of peace. But because the little branches have these little hearts on them, I thought, again, being February with Valentine's Day around the corner, that I would make that. So that's going to be a sew over it penny dress. So yes, I've got my sew over it penny dress. And the other thing that I have pulled out here is to make another pair of those really cozy movie night pajamas by Sew a Little Seam for Henry. This is gorgeous little fabric, and I don't even remember where I bought this fabric, but it's really cute, isn't it? It's got this little Highland cow farmer with his little tractors and bales of hay, and there's a little panel piece that goes along with it, so I can make a little top out of that. I have some coordinating navy jersey to use, and I also have some coordinating ribbing there as well. So I think that will make a really cute little pair of PJs. It probably would make a really cute little hoodie or something too, but being cotton jersey, I prefer not to make garments that are for layering pieces, you know, over. It would be cute for just a little top, but actually the little pajama top could easily be worn as a top anyhow. But I just thought, really, really cute. I want to get that out of my stash and use it because it's been lying there for quite a while. And actually, that's me. I have been really good this week and I have not bought any more fabric. So, well, when I say I have not bought any more fabric, what I mean is I have not received any fabric that I have bought this week since I last spoke to you, and I had those beautiful fabrics from Hawthorne. Yeah, I have bought a few fabrics and they'll be coming from Jenny Stitches, so I'll share those with you next weekend. But apart from that, I haven't bought any, so I have been really, really good. And that's basically me this week, so short and sweet really. And I look forward to getting back and sharing with you the last couple of projects that I've shown you finished, and we'll see. I still have some leave to use, so I may end up getting a day off here and there, which would be lovely, just to give me a little bit more extra time in the sewing room. But wherever you are today, hopefully you have been enjoying it and have had a great weekend. If you've been in the sewing room, let me know what you've been stitching up. Sometimes it's nice just to hear what other people are sewing. It gives ideas and it helps me to find patterns and companies that I actually wasn't aware of too, which I always love. So I'm going to go. It's a miserable day, so there'll be no real outdoorsy pursuits, but we're going to head out for a little while this afternoon, and then I'll come home and hopefully get this uploaded. But I'll chat to you all next week, and all that remains to be said is thank you so much again for watching my videos, for supporting this little channel. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to my channel and like the video, and if you hit that little notification bell, it'll tell you when my next video goes live. Probably next Sunday, but you never know. So, you know, you don't want to miss that out if I get another one halfway through the week. So, take care of yourself, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.